We connected to our project on a global scale because it is important for us to keep our society and environment clean and safe, so it could be a comfortable home for the animals as well as us humans. Animals need proper living conditions, and with a clean earth, it makes animals healthier as well as happier. Our project objective is to spread awareness about animal neglect and abuse. We are also condoning and encouraging people to adopt animals and not shop. Our goal at the Animal Refuge Center is to make sure all of the animals are in proper care and are happy.
We hope to enhance the dogs' happiness and provide care for these animals before they find their forever homes. Approximately 2.7 million dogs each year are abandoned and neglected. Most dogs end up in kill shelters, but with us working with the Animal Refuge Center in North Fort Myers, or ARC, we are helping these dogs stay out of the kill shelters.
The social issue that is addressed in our project is animal abuse and neglect. Animal abuse, which is cruelty to animals, is both unintentional and the intentional infliction by humans of suffering or harm upon any non-human animal, regardless of whether the act is against the law. Animal neglect is another type of cruelty to animals. Animal neglect or abandonment is where people do not provide adequate care for animals in their charge. A neglected animal is not provided with proper food, water, veterinarian care, shelter, and socialization.
I would have stayed up with you all night had I known.
As we volunteered with the Animal Refuge Center, what we mainly did with them was we would interact with the animals, make sure they were happy, healthy, nothing was out of the ordinary, make sure they were properly fed and they had water. We would take some of the dogs on walks and interact with them.
As he begins to raise his voice, you lower yours and grant him one last choice. Drive until you lose the road or break with the one.
When we first started this project, I wanted to do more for the animals. I thought that there had to be more than one way that I could help. One day I was on Pinterest and I saw a tutorial for DIY t-shirt dog toys, and I thought to myself that this could be something that I could do. So Shannon and I started collecting t-shirts and working after class to make these dog toys. We wanted to make sure that every dog had their own personal toy that they could call their own when they arrived or stay at the shelter.
During the time we got to spend with the animals, we were able to give them lots of walks and to show them what love feels like with many, many belly rubs and multiple games of tug of war. During the donation process, we collected over 52 shirts and were able to make a total of 125 dog and cat toys.
When I say that, we truly are. I started here as a volunteer because I had moved and I didn't have my own dog. He had passed, and it was therapeutic for me to come out here. And what I've seen here is unlike anything I've seen before. If you, as volunteers, you know, it's set up quite uniquely than most shelters. You're not crammed in cages and whatever. The other thing that helps me is knowing that if they're never adopted out here, they'll always have a home with us. And we always say once they're an ARC animal, they're always an ARC animal. So even if somebody adopts from us and they have to ever surrender, they have to bring them back. We rely a great deal on our volunteers. What you guys do coming out, walking the dogs, making sure everybody gets some attention, gets walked, spending time socializing with the cats, helping the staff in the buildings, it makes a huge impact. You can only, every person can only do so much. We rely a lot. I've got presently 300 volunteers that are considered active, and that's just that they've been here in the last year. We have a lot of volunteers that are snowbirds, so this time of year it's hard. You won't see as many volunteers out here. The volunteer program is a big deal to me. Volunteer a lot of places, but if you choose to volunteer with animals, it's because you want to make some kind of difference, and I think you do out here.